Salutations from Wizard Studios. I am the Wizard. This is UFC Fight Night. Benavidez versus Figueiredo post-fight show. Let's get right into it. Deiveson Figueiredo KOs Joseph Benavidez, and man, was it ugly. Alright, that might have been the worst flyweight KO that I've seen in a long time. I mean, it might have been the worst one that I've seen in the UFC, one punch. Like, it was pretty epic. It was pretty epic. I know it was coming off of the headbutt. We'll get there, but Figueiredo had his timing down. I mean, it was pretty nasty. Every time Benavidez would come in with those looping and wild combinations, they weren't doing the damage that he thought they would. And that's just it. Like, Figueiredo, he looked so much bigger. He looked so much bigger. And, you know, all the hype was on Joe B, and it seemed like everybody at the UFC wanted him to win. So that's why I feel, with Figueiredo missing weight, I just don't see how this is going to be good for the flyweight division. I don't see how this is going to be good for the flyweight division. Now, we'll see what the UFC decides to do, but it doesn't look good. Moving forward, I think that Felicia Spencer beating Zara Farn it was nasty. It was real nasty. So Felicia Spencer goes in there, and she tried to stand with her for a little bit, and you know, Felicia Spencer, her bread and butter is the ground. Now, you know, she tried to show off some striking, and you know, it looks like she's worked on it a little bit. You know, hung in there a little bit on the feet. Hey, cool. But when she took that fight to the ground, she was on another level, and it shows. Now, she got right into mount. Right into mount. I was like, this girl, this is who y'all got to fight Felicia Spencer, and then y'all going to say y'all want Felicia to fight for a title fight? This is who y'all want to fight for the title, and this is the competition you're giving her. It just doesn't add up. For Felicia to fight Amanda Nunes, and for Felicia's opponent before Amanda to be her, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm just thinking, like, can we get her a few more fights? Now let's talk about, you know, the ground and pound and the elbows. It was nasty. It was lethal. It was great. It was awesome. But she's not going to be able to do that to Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes is no slouch on the ground if Felicia is lucky to get it there. But goodness, I mean, you know, let's just get her some more fights. Let's build the featherweight division. So, you know, what's next for Felicia Spencer? I think that, you know, they'll give her the title shot. They'll give her the title shot. And I hope that, I hope she gets prepared, because Amanda Nunes is a nightmare. Amanda Nunes is a nightmare. Now, the Kutalabe, Magomed Ankalaev fight was absolutely just a circus. It was a circus. Alright, so Kutalabe gets out there and he runs across the ring, the octagon, before Bruce Buffer even gets done calling his name. That, you know, that right there he's going to get fined for. He's going to get fined for that, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. He's probably going to get in trouble by the UFC as well. So, good luck with that. Then we get to the fight, and Kutalabe is doing the old-fashioned rope-a-dope trick, He wants to get Magomed to come in and just drill him with one of those haymakers that he has. So Kevin McDonald does a bonehead move and stops the fight way too early. Way too early. And Kutalabe protests immediately. And I'm like, this is terrible. But let's back up for a second. Now, Kutalabe just made a fool of himself running across the ring and chest bumping Ankalaev. So that's going to work against him. He's not like, he'll protest. He did. He protested. Yeah, he'll try to, get this overturned by the commission. But they're going to be like, why you chest bumping people before fights? And you expect us to do you a favor. They ain't going to do that. But let's also talk about the security and the referee even before the fight. Why didn't they do their job and keep Kutalabe on the other side of the octagon from even getting close to Magomed Ankalaev? Why was he even close to him? It doesn't make sense. It's kind of just like, do your job. That's what you're there for. And none of those 12 people in the octagon did. So, they should all get fired. Like, they're there to do one job at that time, and they didn't do that job. So, it was a disaster. It really was. That was a disaster. But I believe what's next for Magomed Ankalaev, I think they're going to do the rematch. I really do. There's so much beef right there. You could see it. It was just like, it was festering. So I really think they're going to do the rematch, and it'll probably be in June. It'll probably be in June. Now, Megan Anderson versus Norma Dumont. This right here, this was a good fight even though it was short. This was a really good fight even though it was short. Because Norma Dumont, she only had 4 fights coming into this one. This was her 5th fight, alright? She came in, she pressed the action. Megan Anderson doesn't do well when people push the action against her. She likes to be the bully, and Norma seemed to know that. So she comes in, she pushes the action, tries to get the fight to the ground. She pushes Megan to the fence, and Megan does so good. Like, I was so impressed with her. Megan gets separation and then lands that big right hand and puts her away with one punch. I was like, whoa. Perfect showing. Perfect showing. But then she calls for the title shot. And I'm like, what? How? How do you think you're going to beat Amanda Nunes? Like, how? Are you going to do that to Amanda Nunes? I don't see it. But, good for Megan. I was very impressed. I was really impressed. She needs a few more fights. She needs a few more fights. The only problem is they don't have the people to give them to her. Like, what's next for Megan Anderson? There's nobody there, so they'll probably bring someone in. They'll probably bring someone in. We'll see. We'll see. Now, getting to the Grant Dawson versus Derek Minner fight. This one right here, guys, I was like, is Minner going to get this submission? You know, he was throwing in guillotine after guillotine, and he burnt himself out. Like, I was like, wow, that would have been a huge upset, because Grant Dawson missing weight, that completely bummed me out. I was like, you know, it irked me. It irked me on the inside, because I see him as a great prospect, and I want to see him do good. And then when people miss weight, I'm like, what's going on, you know? Come on, man. Be professional. You signed a contract at a certain weight, you know. Make that weight. So, we'll see if Grant Dawson can come back and make weight. Because I think that, you know, he's so good. He's so good. And he looked great. He looked huge. It really upsets me, because he's such a, you know, a good prospect. Alright, anyways. Bang Energy Drinks, guys, they're in the link below. All American Hemp CBD Gummies, they're in the link below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And remember to subscribe to the channel for more MMA content. And we will see you later in the week.